What's up everyone? As many of you know, I'm a massive Jason Todd Red Hood fan, and last week his Red Hood persona was reinvented in Red Hood and the Outlaws issue 26. So of course I have to tell you guys about it and give you my 2 cents. So let's dive in. It all really started in the Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth one-shot that kicked off the title. In it, we see Jason talking to Batman, asking him for another chance to work in Gotham City together. Batman is of course reluctant given Red Hood's track record for killing enemies in the past. But Batman eventually gives him said chance, but with a warning, saying, "My city, my rules. You get 1 strike, Jason. If I think for an instant you're in too deep, I'm pulling you out. If you take 1 life, for whatever reason, I'm coming for you." Which of course, Batman is the last person you want a threat like that from. Anyway, jumping forward many months, later on to Red Hood and the Outlaws issue 24, Jason recounts promising this to Batman, saying, "I was pulled from the streets by Batman. Recently, I promised him I would never kill in Gotham again. Turns out promise is too strong a word." So Jason tracks down Penguin and starts beating the crap out of him. Why, you ask? Because Jason's dad, Willis Todd, was one of Penguin's former henchmen when Jason was still a kid. And Willis ended up being put in prison, taking the heat for something the Penguin did. As Jason put it, unmasked at this point, mind you, "He lost everything because of you, and I lost him." Penguin then starts laughing uncontrollably, saying, "Oh my god, this is too rich. You tossed away your secret identity, Batman's too by association, for a nobody." Jason goes on to say something to the effect, "Do you know how sick I am of this merry-go-round, this catch and release? It's not a game. Every life you destroy ruins 5 others. I'm not going to arrest you just so some corrupt judge lets you walk out of jail an hour later. I'm here to end this, tonight." And Penguin's like, "Put the gun down, no one believes you have the stones to pull the trigger." At this point, the cops show up and tell Red Hood to put the gun down as well. But Penguin's like, "Relax, officers, he's harmless." To which Red Hood says, "I'll let you in on a little secret, Cobblepot. I'm my father's son," and then shoots Penguin right through the monocle of his right eye. Jason's inner monologue then says, "On the day I was born, my father swore I would be a damn prince of Gotham. Now I am." So now Red Hood is on the run from the cops, but more importantly, Jason killing the Penguin was televised live on the news, and Batman was watching on the Batcomputer in the Batcave. Needless to say, Batman makes good on his promise and goes out to bring him in as the issue ends. Yeah, Bruce is not happy. This brings us to issue 25. In it, we see Red Hood surrounded by a ton of police officers, saying you are under arrest for the murder of Oswald Cobblepot. But Red Hood quite literally has bigger problems, as the Red Hood and the Outlaws floating headquarters that's a block long is falling from the sky and about to crash into the city. On board, Outlaw members Artemis and Bizarro are trying to figure out a way not to crash said headquarters, but this does give Red Hood a diversion to run away from the cops, so he starts running off of rooftops. But that probably wasn't the smartest idea, because who is the master of rooftops in Gotham City? Batman, of course, and he uses his grappling hook to catch Jason by the leg and slam him back down on a roof. Batman then literally kicks the crap out of Jason's face and then grabbed him by the neck, saying, "I was a fool for ever believing in you." To which Jason replies, "You are a character. I've never seen you hit the Joker that hard, and you hate him." Batman responds the only way he knows how, by giving him a back fist to the face while saying, "Shut up." But it doesn't end there. Batman then picks him up by the neck, again with one hand mind you, and says, "We had a deal. You could operate in Gotham City, you could stay free if you didn't kill anyone." He goes on to say, "You shot the Penguin point blank on live television." Jason then says, "So what? You know all the crap he's pulled over the years and the people he's hurt and killed? Or are you just sad about losing a playdate?" And then Batman headbutts him and is about to go to town on him, saying, "No more jokes, Jason. No more excuses. No more Red Hood." But Bizarro comes in and saves him by putting Batman right through the roof. To be honest, I don't remember the last time Batman was this pissed at one of his allies. I mean, like Jason said, he was hitting him harder than he hits the Joker. That's insane. Anyway, long story short, in order to stop their headquarters from crashing into the city, Artemis and Bizarro had to bring it to another dimension, leaving Jason all alone. Which meant there was no Bizarro to help him this time when Batman reappears to finish what he started. Batman then literally starts dragging Jason's bloody body by his helmet before Arsenal shows up and saves his buddy Jason. And that's where issue 25 ends. The next issue after this is Red Hood and the Outlaws Annual Issue 2, which to be honest is pretty much just a filler issue. It shows Jason healing a month later from the beating he took from Bruce. Again, Bruce wasn't effing around about his no killing in Gotham rule. Red Hood and the Outlaws Annual 2 also shows Arsenal and Red Hood on a new mission that sets up for the next story arc. But all this finally brings us to the Red Hood and the Outlaws issue 26. In it, we see Jason alone on a bus with the bus driver. Jason tells the bus driver to stop as he sees an injured woman in the road who turns out to be an FBI agent. We find out her and her partner were dispatched to pick up a fugitive crime boss, but the crime boss had other plans and killed her partner, and now they're after her. Of course, the crime boss's thugs eventually find her with Jason and are like, give us the girl or we're gonna blow up the bus. This doesn't go over well with Jason, which of course leads to a massive brawl, where Jason is literally shoving road flares in people's mouths, choking them out with chains, stabbing a guy in the throat, putting headshots in people. It's literally a bloody mess. Oh, and he also shoves a lit road flare up a guy's butt. Like, I'm not even joking. That literally happens. Jason then gets back on the bus and proceeds to put on his new costume, which is a black shirt with a new Red Hood logo, a black domino mask with red eyes, and a mouth mask that resembles Ermac from Mortal Kombat. All while the FBI agent is like, I know you're the guy who tried to assassinate Cobblepot in Gotham City. That's right, tried to assassinate Cobblepot. It was never confirmed in the issue where he shot the Penguin that the Penguin died. Actually, a news anchor stated in that issue that the Penguin was in critical condition, which shouldn't really be a shocker to anyone because you can't really kill a massive character like the Penguin. I mean, you can, but you would eventually have to bring him back. Anyway, the FBI agent is like, I can't let you go. I'm an officer of the law, to which Jason says, how did that law work out for your partner? The rest of the issue literally just shows Jason Todd hunting down and beating the crap out of the Underlife, which is the new crime organization Red Hood is hunting down. It also shows him with his new weapon, a crowbar, which is very fitting considering that's what the Joker used to beat the crap out of him all those years ago. This issue literally just sets up the tone for this new version of the Red Hood. That's dubbed Red Hood Outlaw. The title of the comic is even officially being changed to that in issue 27, as he's no longer welcome in Gotham City, and his allies are MIA. But it also shows how this is going to be a much more violent take on the Red Hood, almost like Punisher style, which his new costume reflects, as it's much more makeshift/urban feeling, which I'm down for. I think it will be fun to see this super crazy violent Red Hood. Don't get me wrong, Red Hood has always been violent, but this is more so, it seems. I will say, however, as of now, I would like to see him return back to his more normal classic Red Hood self, especially his costume. I love the classic Jason Todd Red Hood look with that red helmet. Awesome. Which I'm sure will happen as all things in comics eventually revert back to their more classic form. But this is still only the first issue we've seen of this take on Red Hood. So who knows, 6 issues from now, when this version of the character is better fleshed out, we could think this is the best take on Red Hood yet. Only time will tell. So I think it's going to be fun to see this version of Red Hood for a year or so, or however long it lasts. Plus, I really love the whole lead up to this turn for Jason, with his fallout with Bruce, and Bruce kicking him out of Gotham. It was just really well done. So like everything, I need more time with it before I give final judgment. But what are your thoughts on Jason Todd's fallout with Batman and becoming this new, more violent vigilante, now that Batman isn't around to keep him in check? Also, what do you think of his new costume? Let me know in the comment section down below. Today's episode is once again sponsored by Verve, spelled VRV. The Verve streaming platform is of course where we watch some of our favorite shows like My Hero Academia, Freakazoid, and Gary and His Demons. But just recently, Verve has also added the Nick Splat channel, which includes a ton of my favorite Nickelodeon shows from the 90s. And the binge watching has already begun, my friends. The obsessive streaming started with Are You Afraid of the Dark?, which I must say has been crazy fun to rewatch. Say what you want, but 9-year-old Arris thought that show was seriously creepy, but in the best way possible. Anyway, now you're thinking, sweet baby llamas, what other 90s Nick shows are on Verve's glorious new Splat channel? Well, my comic comrade, we're talking Doug, Aerial Monsters, Cat Dog, Angry Beavers, Salute Your Shorts, Rocko's Modern Life, Guts, and a bunch more. And as usual, we got the Variant Nation hooked up. All you have to do is go to vrv.co/variant or click the link in the description now to get a free 30-day ad-free trial of Verve Premium. You could also download the Verve app now on Apple TV, Xbox, PlayStation, iOS, or Android, so you can watch all the Nickelodeon classics your heart desires, along with some of your favorite anime shows like My Hero Academia Season 3 or Attack on Titan Season 3, all from almost anywhere. With the Verve app, you can even watch your shows without an internet connection. Just go to verve.co/variant or click the link in the description to get your ad-free trial of Verve Premium for 30 days now and get access to 12 great channels, including the new Nick Splat, but also Crunchyroll, Rooster Teeth, Funimation, and Cartoon Hangover, but also exclusive series available only to members. So don't miss out, support Variant and get some Verve Premium. First up for Wednesday, September 26th, we have Justice League Odyssey Issue 1. This is a brand new Justice League book that patrols space, Oh, and did I mention Darkseid's on the team? Here we have Doomsday Clock issue 7. In this issue, we finally learn the truth behind Dr. Manhattan's curiosity with the DC Universe. Now we have Spider-Geddon issue 0. In the kickoff issue of Spider-Geddon, Sony's PS4 Spider-Man makes his comic book debut, which I gotta say I'm super excited for. And finally, we have Heroes in Crisis issue 1. Putting it simply, this series is gonna tackle how superheroes deal with PTSD. It's a brilliant concept tackled by writer Tom King. And that's going to bring another episode of Variant to a close. But remember to follow us on our social media. All the links for that is in the description below, as well as checking out our website, variantcomics.com. But I'll see you guys next time when I talk about all things comics.